When I first thought of this idea of putting this on YouTube, I thought, actually, this is a really good idea. We can actually see me play football in real life, because that's not really something I've done on this channel. And it's something that I enjoy doing, like playing football. That was until today. You know those games as a goalkeeper where nothing really goes right for you and you have what is known as a mare? Yeah, that was me today. I mean, I definitely think I couldn't play any worse than I did, which doesn't really make sense considering the final score, but we're not going to get into that until the end of the video, for obvious reasons. This week, we were back in the league and we were playing at home, which is obviously good for us because our home form has been very good this year. And we were playing the team where this happened to me, and, well, I mean, I thought we'd get over this by now. So I normally get nervous before matches, but this season I haven't actually been nervous once. Until today, and that probably proved in my performance. I was fucking shit. So kickoff started and we were playing against the Sun, which should have helped us. Maybe hindered us for the first few minutes. The away team got a free kick, and that was the first chance of the game, but they put it straight at me. And I didn't actually tell anyone this, I got winded by that. I mean, how can you get winded by a ball that slow? We then counter-attacked only a few seconds later. Matty managed to hit the post, and it would have made it a more comfortable start to the game for us. But then we got chance after chance, and the keeper then made a good save from point-blank range. To keep out a header. And then after scoring 2 volleys in this series so far, I mean, why not have a third? In another episode. Oh yeah, just a shot of me because someone kicked it out of play and it went under a fence. And then some bloke said, oh yeah, mate, it's just gone under the fence. I was like, cheers for getting it. So then I had to go and find it and I had to then run around and... I mean, why am I talking about this? Why is this even in the final cut? I mean, there's a lot of embarrassing things I've done on the internet, and I think this is going to top them all. So I actually called for the ball, got the ball from one of their passes, and Lee called for the ball, but I threw it so badly that it ended up going to their player, and he lobs me with a volley. I mean, Proudie, you're a fucking... Something I shouldn't find frustrating, but I do, is when teams get free kicks and they shoot it straight at me. I mean, I want to make one for the camera saves. Why won't you let me make them? Oh, just another shot of the ball going well over the bar by Lawson, but... we'll move on. So Jamie has been complaining for the last few weeks that the only thing I put in the highlights is him getting injured. So I thought I'd put his header, which got saved, into the footage. But I mean, we won't see him for the rest of the series now. Then Matty went on a good run and managed to beat a few defenders, but unfortunately fired it wide. And we were starting to get a bit more pressure on this team. And soon it was actually going to pay off. So I don't know actually what happened in the corner. I mean, we can't see whatever happened. But Ade managed to skip away and then pass it across the box for Julian to slot in. To make it 1-1, and that finally relieved a bit of pressure on us because we weren't playing brilliantly after I made the mistake. Obviously it's my fault. I mean, you know, I'm not going to blame anyone else for the fact that I got lobbed by a volley which I gave to the guy.
Oh, well done.
You know, there's always a risk with me bringing my camera to a game, like especially a Sunday League game, that a player will go straight into the tripod and try and take it out. Oh wait, that actually happened. Thankfully, Connor actually caught the camera before it fell on the floor, so we can add him to the list of goalkeepers better than me. So Ade managed to pick up the ball in the wing and then managed to dribble his way into the box, beat a few defenders, round the goalkeeper and slot it home. I mean, it's a brilliant goal by him. It was nice to have him back into the starting lineup up front. I mean, you know, his running like brought a new dimension to the team, I could say. But yeah, we did bring him back straight from kickoff and like we just put him under pressure. And yeah, I think like we did actually look like we were going to score another one and... Wait, we actually scored? Oh, so we made it 3-1 like pretty much straight from kickoff. I mean, this team collapsed straight after that second goal. And Julian then looped a header over the goalkeeper to make it 3-1. And that brought it to half time. I mean, there wasn't really anything else that happened. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot just before we carry on. Yeah, I forgot that I actually saved the shot onto the crossbar. Like, no one seems to agree with me that I saved it, but I got, like, it was like the fingernails. The fingernails basically tipped it onto the bar. I mean, I'm counting it as a save. So the second half, we started to, you know, go on the front foot and trying to get a few more goals because we needed to beat this team. I mean, they weren't a bad team, but they had some very good players in their side who could cause us a bit of danger. I mean, the biggest danger to my defence was myself. I mean, my distribution was awful. I mean, it was summed up by the fact that I managed to smash the ball into the back of their striker on the edge of the box. So Raheem is another person who complains a lot that I don't actually put him into the series. Like, I miss out a lot of the stuff that he does. So here's some footage of him coming onto the pitch. Oh, so there's Raheem getting wiped out. But yeah, that's it for the rest of the series now. Oh yeah, and then they scored, but we didn't get on camera. I mean, it's like episode 1 all over again. I mean, we're getting back to that stage again. I mean, does anyone want to be my cameraman? Because you're more than welcome to, like, film my game. Well, you won't be paid, but I mean, how can I pay you? It's Sunday League football. I mean, we pay to play. I mean, you can pay to be my cameraman. Does that work? So with the scores at 3-2, obviously now the pressure was on us to try and hold out the lead. And the away team then hit the bar with a header. I mean, their centre-back was like 5'6" or something, and he managed to win a header in the box and loop it onto the bar. I mean, I was beating all ends up, or I just couldn't jump. It was one of them, really. We then got a fourth, even though you can't really see it because it's on the edge of the screen. I mean, you can see the goal going in, but I'd have to zoom in on it. I mean, some of the camera work today has been shoddy. Oh yeah, Raheem just shooting the ball over the bar casually, but yeah, none of my business. Our centre-back Joe then got a chance to take a free kick, and it's probably the last free kick he'll ever take this season. So Bradley cleared the ball, even though he claims it was a shot, and it actually just went wide. I mean, if that went in, that just typifies Sunday League, doesn't it? So one of their players hit a 25-yard outside foot shot, which I thought was going into the top right corner, until it swerved left when I was going right, and I just about managed to make it. I mean, I can't even say the words at the moment because it's too confusing that I actually made a save. But then finally, towards the end of the game, Ade scored a brilliant goal to make it 5-2. He curled it past the keeper from a tight angle, and that was pretty much game over. And that brought it to full time, which means another win for us at the moment. We're still unbeaten in the league, so I'm kind of trying to guess which episode it is when we now lose. I mean, I'm going for episode 18 here. Well, I don't want to boast, so I should say 10. But once again, if you've enjoyed the episode, I mean, you've been smashing the like so far. I mean, 75 is the target every video of this. Once again, if you've enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. Obviously, a lot of the comments are probably going to be about me and my goalkeeping. And the fact I got lobbed. I mean, I've said it all season to, like, everyone else. I haven't been lobbed yet this season. I mean, the corner side, like, that isn't really me getting lobbed. It was just a corner went over my head. That doesn't really count. But it's for the first time I actually got lobbed. I mean, let's try and make sure that doesn't happen again, Proudie. But once again, if you've enjoyed the episode, make sure you give it a like. As I said, I'm going to try and upgrade the equipment soon because the equipment's not brilliant. And hopefully I can find a dedicated cameraman. Although, actually, then again, I mean, it's Sunday League. I shouldn't really be expecting high quality content. Or, actually, it's me creating it, so I shouldn't really be expecting high quality content.